Wow, it started immediately. Hey everybody, let me know if my volume is good, BT dubs. Hi, it's time for more Great Ace Attorney Adventure 2 Chronicles Resolve, the sequel. Right
What?
over here. You're neither Boko nor Ava. Hold up.
That's true. I can confirm this.
There we go. Alright, so I believe we were smack dab in the middle of a trial. Hi, Zyber. We had, right, yes, there was we were doing the cross-examination, the wintry night of my discontent. I mean, time to just press on every statement.
Hold it!
To be clear, by neighbor you were referring to the defendant, Mr. Natsume? Oh, indeed, sire. Perchance thou wouldst that I call him the man from upstairs?
You can't just say perchance.
I feel like he would just put in basically every sentence.
That's a man who goes, for no reason.
Oh.
If anyone ever does that to me unironically in real life, I'm punching them. My fist won't be able to stop itself. It'll just fly out at the speed of
Fist.
Lightning McQueen from Cars 3.
He's pretty fast.
He's pretty fast.
Does he get faster through the movies? Is that a thing?
I don't remember. I never saw Cars 3. I remember
3
Cars
the one
2
where
was
Mater was like a spy.
That's 2. 3 is the one where there's like a yellow rookie car and Lightning McQueen is like her coach or something.
Like mentoring or whatever.
Like mentoring,
The
I
classic
think. I don't.
hero's
Again,
journey of-
I've never seen it. I have only seen the poster. And no, 2 is the one where Mater is a spy and like there's a conspiracy to like commit mass murder for oil profits and shit.
Jesus.
And it's incredible, frankly. And like Owen Wilson is barely in it. Basically once every 20-ish minutes, it cuts to Lightning McQueen going, "Hey Mater, what's going on, man?" And Mater spouts something insane that's like actually true, but it sounds insane, obviously. That's it. That's the entire movie, basically. It's actually pretty good.
Did Cars 2 have planes in it, or was that 3?
I mean, like, there's the movie Planes.
Oh, yeah.
There is a plane in Cars 2, but it's like just kind of there. Like, it's not really a character. It's like there's a scene where like
plane?
Well, yeah, all the planes are sentient in the Cars universe. But I don't think it even has any lines. It just has like a face. I don't know where the movie Planes fits into the Cars canon. I also didn't see Planes.
Huh? How strange.
Did they like outsource it? Hi, Zach.
Strange.
Hi, Mulligan. It's me, the token stray.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm looking up this. I'm looking up this Planes thing now.
Every new.
They must have just outsourced it.
Yeah. It's a Disney.
Yeah, it
movie,
was
but
produced
not
by
Pixar.
Disney Toon. It was produced by Disney Toon Studios. It's a spin-off of Pixar's Car franchise. Yeah, so they just like shunted it to some smaller team. Dane Cook is in it. Dane Cook, comedian, everybody's favorite comedian. Dane Cook is in it.
They had to get someone equivalent to Owen Wilson.
Oh, hey, Roger Craig Smith. Almost doesn't even matter to say Roger Craig Smith is in this season and everything. Sinbad? Why did they pull Sinbad? Hold on, I'm looking at the plot. I'm gonna read off a sentence for everyone here, and I want you to not laugh.
Okay, I'm putting on my serious face.
Dusty Crop Hopper, a young crop duster plane, works in a cornfield in Prop Wash Junction, Minnesota. and practices acrobatic maneuvers in his spare time.
Now, if you're a plane, what does that mean?
They named him Dusty Crop Hopper, the crop duster.
No, yeah.
So did they like know?
How do planes
So when you
how do
assemble
planes and cars give birth?
Okay, well we know that planes canonically have asses because of Susie or whatever her name is. She has a tramp stamp in the first movie.
Right.
Like
So
fucking
the
Lightning
sentient
McQueen goes,
vehicles
"Oh,
have
that's
ass."
they got a little pinstriping back there," and she's like, "Oh, just my college days." I don't know why she sounded like Julia Child, but they have asses, so like it's implied they somehow have sex. I don't know how. Is there a cussy?
Every bit of Cars lore I learn is A, against my will, and B, completely baffling.
Dusty has a fear of heights. That's
Well.
really tragic for a plane.
It's unfortunate for a plane.
Oh, his boss is named Lead Bottom. And his fuel truck friend, Chug.
Oh boy.
Abby, what are you doing? Stop running around. Stop running around.
You pacing?
Sometimes she clambers off my bed just to like shake her ears, and then like she grumbles like she's mad she's not on the bed. Like she did this.
I'm like, it's your fault. You chose to get off the bed.
The fifth leg is over the hump. The mountains between northeast India and South China. Wow, this is a globe hopping. They go to like Mexico and shit.
Do you think in the...
Oh no, Dane Cook voices Dusty Crop Hopper.
Do you think in the Cars
Oh right,
universe,
they do
all
have
the
tits.
history
A
is the
good
same?
pole molo guy. Shut up, Steven. A good pole molo guy. They do have titties because they flash. But it's implied that only those with little pop-up lights have titties. Nobody else. Sorry, what were you saying, Steven? I got excited by car tits. You understand.
I understand. I don't remember. It probably wasn't important. I just noticed that Von Zeke's little fucking wine bottle has a dude with scythes on it.
Yeah. It's his own vintage. Ripper de Belay. Oh no, they released this a week early at EAA AirVenture. Of fucking course they did.
Wow.
Of course. Of course the early release of Planes was at AirVenture.
Had to be.
AirVenture. You're the one thing that happens in Oshkosh. That's not true. Several things happen in Oshkosh. The back rooms are there. There's a big truck manufacturer and defense contractor. And AirVenture happens.
That's 3 whole things.
It's at least 3. That's at least 3
Well,
things.
we got...
All right. Well, that's enough Cars lore.
Yeah.
Remember when they make him retar an entire street instead of just like paying for it?
It's kind of fucked up.
That was weird. Like, that would be like if I accidentally panicked. Right? Like if I was... This is the equivalent of what happened. Someone takes me while I'm sleeping, right? And wheels me on a gurney into a china shop. And I wake up and I freak out because I don't know where I am. And I break a bunch of china. And then someone goes, "You're going to now remake all of that china. That's your punishment." And I have to do that instead of just paying for the china. That's what happened.
That's kind of fucked
That's
up.
the lore of Cars. I know it's very fucked up what they did to Lightning McQueen. But I mean, he got car pussy out of it, so.
So say we
So
all.
who's laughing now? Let's see here. At what time? Oh. Boy. Boy.
What?
Boy. Boy, at what time did the mustachioed Nipponese visit you in your room?
Our meeting was promised for the hour of 9, and lo did he come to attend a gift of fragrant tea.
I'm gonna punch this guy. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure out how to punch a fake character. 14 minutes in, Joshua. This is called
we're only
padding.
10, we're
It's
only
called
10 minutes into the recording. It's fine.
It's called content, Molo guy. You think I'm gonna stop mid thinking about cars to play the video game?
Original
You
script,
must
they
not be
take
paying
the equivalent
attention.
of his brain and put it inside the paving machine. What?
That's awesome. They should have done that. That's fucked up.
That's another piece of car lore that I now have.
There's a lot of cars.
That's
lore,
a
dude.
thing
It's
that you
pretty
can
crazy.
apparently do to a car in Cars.
Well, no, I mean, it never got to the final, so it doesn't count as canon, right?
It was at
But it
least
never actually
considered,
happened?
which is wild.
Mm-hmm. We never actually happened.
One form of corporal punishment we have is lobotomizing a person and putting them in a different body. This is a thing that I don't know. Doc's not a cop. Like, I don't remember. Does he get arrested in this first movie, or is it just like fucking?
He does.
Like, okay.
No, he gets arrested. He goes to court. Doc is the judge.
Why is he the judge?
Doc Hudson. Because it's a small town. You can be a judge and have another job.
Fair point.
You know this, right? Like municipal judges. See, you have to remember, I went to a local municipal thing. Remember that $10 fee? It's just a basement. It was just a basement. There wasn't even a door into the courtroom, in quotes. It was just the basement of like a community center. And there was just like a table there. Like they're not paying anybody full-time positions.
You have to really want it if you're a small town judge.
if your municipality is that small, it's like you're doing something else. Probably law still though. I would assume.
Probably.
Now I don't know why Doc. I assume Doc was made the judge just because like he
Like
was the
town
only one that
elder
wasn't
or whatever.
clinically insane.
Yeah, I guess they
'Cause,
couldn't,
like,
they couldn't make Mater the judge.
Because there's like Mater, right? There's I don't remember the other guy's name. There's Luigi, who only speaks Italian. And then Mario? His name is like fucking something Italian, who's like the little Mini Cooper guy, and he's weirdly obsessed with tires. I don't know if you remember that. Ramon, I think is on
he
drugs.
owns the gas station, I think.
Yeah, he's like he keeps talking about hydraulics. That VW van is definitely on drugs. That one guy's a war criminal. Sally's pretty normal, though she did decide to open a motel in a dying town. So,
Which is sort of insane.
weird business decision, that's for sure. Leaders, without the horns, with the event shown testimony.
And we were broiled in such a literary debate as history hath not seen before. By which I presume he means...
A discussion about who was stronger, Romeo or Juliet.
I keep forgetting this is the thing they were fighting over. I, Shamspeare, did play the part of young Romeo, whilst my neighbour played the fair Juliet. Each of us dressed as would our characters be, to bring weight upon our merry experiment.
Yeah, I mean, Romeo sweeps. I don't even get how this was a debate. Like, I don't... Like, why was Shamspeare like, no, trust me, Juliet was yoked. This 14-year-old of noble birth was absolutely shredded and could take out like a 16 or 18 or whatever Romeo is year-old man. Yeah, okay. I mean, it
Maybe not, so they just kicked him in the balls once.
Well, see, that's the thing. Shamspeare was...
No,
Wait,
Shamspeare was Romeo.
Shamspeare was Romeo. Oh, maybe that's what the strat. Maybe he was like, what would he have said? He would have done all B's, like blistering ball blowout, and then right in the
right
dick.
right in the dick.
Like with one of his poses.
Yeah.
I want this animated now. I should make a lot of money. I should find $100,000 in a park, turn that into $16,000, and then hire someone to make an animatic. Yeah, no, I'm with Molo Guy though. I'm pretty sure, because like, if you just go off the literature, Romeo is like canonically in fights.
Yeah, he's like a I don't think he's a soldier, but
No, it's just like a thing. Like they do duels and shit.
He just street fights people sometimes.
Yeah, they just do like duels and shit.
He's a street tough.
So I dare not imagine the scene.
Frailty, thy name is woman. Wow. Canst thou imagine how dismayed I was?
And that is a quote.
Yes, I'd heard of the Eastern art of jujitsu, but
That's.
where did I dream 'twould be a skill practiced by this comely maiden?
What is happening?
Juliet beat Romeo up. This is not helping our case.
I believe the court has heard enough about your earth-shattering literary debate. Perhaps you could reiterate your statement about the tea that the accused brought to your room.
My liege, I am thy servant. Gladly I would do thy bidding. Cool, man.
Thanks, dude.
Cool. Please do that. Let me stop you there. Mr. Natsume left your room at 11 o'clock, but it wasn't until after 2 that the poison made you collapse. That amounts to more than 3 hours of missing time. What the fuck is this? He's just rotating. If the defendant had really put the poison in your tea, that 3-hour window of time is something you're going to have to explain. Gladly. 'Tis an easy task.
I hate this.
What?
I hate whatever he's doing here.
I did drink of the tea, not while my guest did tarry, but after he took leave of me. Faith 'twas stone cold, but at 1 hour past midnight, verily were my lips parched. Objection!
Can you imagine bringing hot tea to someone and they pour a cup and then sit it there and 2 hours later it's still there? Like as you're leaving?
And then at 2 hours after that, he finally drinks it. Can you imagine leaving a drink on the counter for an uncovered drink on the counter for 4 fucking hours and then going, oh yeah, drink. I'm kind of thirsty.
Delicious. Ah, there's that strawberry milk I forgot about.
Oops. That doesn't sound
Yum, yum.
normal. Nay,
I forgot how much
'tis
I hated
quite
Shamspeare.
ordinary,
Yeah, he sucks.
sire. After all, thou wouldst recall our fiery debate. Amidst such argument, there'd be no time for fiery tea. I'm trying to make him sound worse the longer I talk. Romeo and Juliet again, and who was stronger?
Mr. Shamspeare, in summary, allow me to confirm. Did you not come here with the intention of naming your pet?
But of course, my liege.
Boy on the vampire.
'Twas the stooped lover of words did attempt to shuffle me off this mortal coil.
I'll shuffle him all right. Him with the 5-knuckle shuffle.
We all know what that means. Was the tea alone, blah blah.
Romeo was a
Hold it.
legal adult and Juliet was underage. That's the other reason why there's a law for Romeo and Juliet where to be margin of 5 years. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure they're like 4 or 5 years apart in the thing.
Yeah.
So like, not saying that it's impossible to find a 14-year-old girl that could beat up an adult man. Like, it could happen. Do I think that that would be true of
in this
Juliet?
particular situation? I don't.
No.
Think so. Not unless she
would
had
posit,
combat training.
if you look at my PowerPoint, you'll see that bones are sand, sand is bones.
Oh shit. So you didn't have any kind of evening meal, dinner, supper? Ha!
Bones?
Fay on luxury, fie on
In the
gluttony.
1500s? Unlikely.
To eat
I know,
thrice
like, I'm
daily
saying,
is but a waste of time.
well, guy, I'm merely giving myself wiggle room. Like, I'm sure if you found the strongest 14-year-old woman in the 1500s against the weakest man, it could happen. But like, if you ran that 1,000 times, you know, you're looking at like 990 to 1. Wait, well, 990. There'd probably be some ties in there. You know, I'm not gonna get in the weeds with it.
To eat thrice daily has been a waste of time. Is a fucking how is this? Is this Boko if she were a foppish actor man?
No, I don't think so.
No. I just like I can't imagine not eating at least 3 meals a day.
At least you gotta get the Taco Bell 4th meal in there, you know?
I mean, listen, sometimes, just based on my schedule, I usually eat breakfast right before I go to bed. I wake up and I eat second breakfast. I'll have dinner, and then at like 3 a.m. I'll have second dinner.
Steven's really been Hobbit maxing lately.
It's true. It's my life. Sorry? I would that my belly were full. No more oft than the sun doth rise. What the
A man with the hospital. Listen, Mulga, I'm just saying it could happen. It wouldn't happen 90% of the time. It's possible. Again, I'm on your side. I'm in the Romeo camp here. There is a world in which it could happen. Like, maybe a man who was about to die anyways, like in 5 seconds, and then the fight starts and he just keels over. Like, that could happen. Somehow. There could be like a medical condition.
Do you think the costumes are going to be evidence at some point?
I hope so. I hope they have to put them on for no reason.
I hope they're vitally important.
It's very important we see what Natsume looks like dressed as Juliet. Well, both the rogue eating habits, I must say.
Night and day do I fill my hours
I hate this thing,
learned
too.
study of the great bard in Playland.
Like, what is this?
Hence it is that there doth not in my chamber be more than the costumes of mine art.
I don't own food because... Is he trying to... I know he's just making up excuses because he's broke as shit, but...
Right.
This... Unhinged.
It's kind of sad. He's riding a horse,
riding a
I think.
horse. It's really hard to tell. When he does the little jumping one, if you look at his right hand too, it's just vibrating, dude. He is just shaking it. It's crazy.
Nay.
That would appear to be the case, as even a rodent was found starved to death in your room.
That's kind of sad.
All that was left in the house was a crumb that was even too small for a mouse.
F.
Now that I think of it, it's not just food that was conspicuously missing from that room, is it? I don't recall seeing a single player script anywhere.
For I have devoured them all.
I ate all of my paper.
You've eaten them? Every word be within my skull. Didst thou imagine otherwise? Right, that wasn't misleading at all. Now, could you turn around, do you think?
This dude expects me to believe that he has memorized every word of Shakespeare.
When earlier today, he had to have the fucking cop recited back to him.
Which brings us to the conclusion that the only way the poison could have been passed the victim's lips is in the tea. Here's the tea, sis! Oh, I forgot about this guy. Oh, hey, Popeye, what's up, man?
Oh, I don't know if you saw my video description, but I wrote a little Popeye the Sailor Man limerick in it.
Oh, excellent. He's strong to the finish, because he eats his spinach.
I was outside this bloke's window in the freezing cold all night, keeping an eye on his rope. Oh, hold on. Hold it! Hold it!
The tea.
But the windows of that house have all been filled in.
A historical artifact of the now defunct window
the
tax.
Window tax, we know.
Dude, Susato really likes talking about the window tax. She brings that shit up immediately. Anytime someone says anything about a window. She's like, did you know? It's like her go-to little factoid.
She's like me, but I don't know what my factoid is, but I do tell the same stories a lot. I'm very boring. I don't have much going on. Yeah, you're right there. All bricked up horribly. But as it happens... Damn.
Sorry, my brain briefly thought about Popeye saying bricked up, and I didn't like it, but it was the funniest thing I've envisioned today.
See, I've been thinking about doing Popeye as the more gravelly, but I think it would kill me, so I'm not going to. But as it happens, there's a little part of the brickwork in the bottom corner that's been opened up. I was looking in through that gap.
Why? Yes, there were a few bricks loose, weren't there?
And for some strange reason, a couple of bars of soap lined up on the ledge outside as well. I don't like going around poking my chin in other people's business, especially on the freezing cold nights. But them's my orders, so that's what I keep doing, as long as there's breath in my body.
I think his little handkerchief is supposed to be like tiny bee wings.
Yeah. What's with all the theatricals today?
Dude, no one in this fucking courtroom is dressed like a sensible person, except for maybe Susato. Well, I guess Ryunosuke is just wearing a school uniform. But like everyone else is dressed in the most insane shit.
Von Zeke walked in here in a cape.
Yeah, I know. This dude really is like, yes, it's Tuesday. A fine day for my lapets.
A fine day for my general's uniform.
I love being the baron who always dresses like this. Out of interest, Mr. Meterman. After the accused had left and returned to his own lodging, did you see the victim leave the room at all?
No, he never left. He was in that room the whole time, as far as I'm concerned.
And we can therefore discount the possibility of suicide.
How can you be sure of that?
The police carried out a thorough investigation of the scene and found no receptacle for the poison. What a hole in the wall. And since we know the victim didn't leave his room and hence didn't dispose of the poisons contained of himself, it's clear that this was no attempted suicide. Only the culprit could have removed the receptacle. Giggity giggity. Giggity goo. Ah yes, lucidly explained, counsel. Thank you.
It really was. You can't argue with the logic. Except that there was a hole in the wall. Hold it! Hold it? You say a short little round-backed Eastern fella, so you can't be sure it was the defendant. Yeah, there's a lot of those running around.
A lot of those running around 1900s London. Oh, he's pissed. How many other short, little, round-backed Nepalese with a mustache do you think there are in London?
Not a lot, probably.
I'll kill them. I'll find them and drain their blood.
Well, of course, it's only a narrow gap, and it was quite dark, so I didn't notice the mustache. But he showed up at around 9, so I'm pretty sure of myself. And when the person you saw arrived, did he and Mr. Shamspeare drink tea together?
Dink tea.
Dink tea. Nah, sorry, I couldn't say. Why not?
Glory hole.
Because I couldn't see into the room all that well, could I? But what I did see was the silhouette of that little brown-backed fellow wearing a pretty dress. Then the pair of them started some kind of wrestling match. I tell you, I didn't know what to make of it. Yeah, it must have been very confusing for him, I imagine, actually.
Let me tell you, my dick never been more bricked up. It's called a callback. I suppose that was the Romeo and Juliet championship battle getting underway. Mr. Meterman, allow me to confirm one final time. Apart from the accused, can you state with certainty that no one else visited the victim on the night in question?
No question. Gasman's honor. Hold it.
Well,
Sensei.
it's on the honor of the gas man. This is
Hold it,
probably
Natsume,
Natsume, if I had to
I
guess.
assume. Oh, nope.
Oh, it's this guy.
It's Banker
Completely
Man.
forgot. Banker Man, yeah. I was like, I completely forgot what his actual deal was outside of being a businessman.
I think he's a banker.
I think that sounds right. He certainly looks
It's
like
Abraham
a banker.
Lincoln.
He's very banker. It's Abraham Lincoln. Let my people go. That's Moses. Wait, hold on.
I think like his sideways he does usually like sit with his face sideways like the penny. So that
Like the penny.
that may not be unintentional.
Well, he was facing the wrong way. The penny faces to the right. It's
Maybe
one of the few coins that does. Of American coins. Most of them face left. Penny does not.
Huh.
I used to collect coins, Steven.
I know this.
I was a coin guy. I was a coin boy.
How many wheat pennies you own?
Oh, I had so many wheatbacks. I didn't get rid of them, so still like
They're
about
somewhere.
300 or so. They're somewhere, dude. They're somewhere around this place.
It would be silly to bother getting rid of them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, they're all worth hundreds of times face value. They're just also pennies. So,
That's the.
well, hundreds is a bit much. A lot of them are like, this coin is worth 30 cents.
Ooh.
You gotta kind of bulk sell most of those pennies. Pennies are annoying and inefficient, and they're American.
Correct.
America. That's why they changed in 1980. In 1982, they changed them over to zinc. You can tell the difference because there was a transitional year. You can tell the difference if you whack them against something. Zinc makes a shitty noise.
Terrible sound.
It's like really flat. You know what I mean?
Not like
I don't know if you've ever whacked a piece of copper, but it goes ding, and zinc goes whack. Basically. So.
I was wondering what we were supposed to do here because I didn't really see any holes in the testimony. So I guess what we're gonna have to do here is confront the jury, probably.
I was 80. 81's the last year of copper, and then 82 is the transitional year. I used to collect just copper pennies in general, just in case. It was a fun thing to do, and you never know when you need hundreds of pennies worth of copper. Not
someday.
that you can legally melt down coins.
Well, if you ever get to the point where you need hundreds of pennies worth of copper and can't go just like get some copper, like maybe society will have broken down enough.
Maybe society was a collapse. So, I used to collect.
Used to steal, habitually.
Well, kind of. The take a penny, leave a penny does say take a penny, so I would just take pennies. You just take pennies. I'd be like, that's a copper penny right there. I can see it.
Like if somebody came in and went up to our like take a penny, leave a penny dish and just took the whole thing and pocketed it, I would be somewhat flabbergasted, but ultimately I'd be like, all right, I guess they needed them.
Does he take a penny?
I can take it. That's what it's there for.
They're still worth less than the material they're made of. Correct. They always will be. But that makes you mad, liberal. Imagine if I was just the staunchest defender of pennies for no reason. No, I want them to stop making pennies, because then I'll think about how valuable all my pennies will be. Instantly thousands of dollars, probably. Except for the fact they wouldn't. But I do have a very tiny penny, Molo guy. Like, it's very small. It's like a novelty miniature penny. Don't ask me why, but I have one.
Where you can stick a penny in and it like flattens it.
And would flatten it? Yeah.
I'm just realizing now. Did those actually do that, or was that like a fake penny? It was spitting back out at you.
It was probably a fake penny, because if you put in like a zinc penny, it wouldn't even flatten like that.
Yeah.
But some of those, I'm pretty sure you can see the internals. I don't know. I've not used one of those machines in a long time.
It's weird because, like, technically that would also be like defacing currency, wouldn't it? It just no one cares because it's a penny.
Yes. Let's see here.
But it feels like it would be illegal to make those machines.
The Penny Press
Hello,
Machine
government.
Company.
I would like to
Over
patent
100
a device
years.
that destroys currency, please.
Over 100 years of combined experience in coin elongating.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyways. My lord. What was this guy's thing? My lord. My lord. My lord. My lord. My lord. My lord. Goodness me. Yes, Mr. Foreman. Kept my mouth shut and listened up till now, but this has gone on long enough. Now he looks like a penny.
Now he looks
Are
like a
you
penny.
all with me?
Yes! Various voices say.
I love Jesus.
Jesus, doctor.
Are we to understand that you ladies and gentlemen of the jury are in agreement with one another? That you have reached a unanimous decision? Do right we have. Are you all with me?
Yes!
Ah!
Wait, no! The defense is in the middle of a cross-examination.
To be honest, I was holding out a bit of hope for you, young man. Especially after you identified those few hours that all of the accused live in the room.
Yes, the 3 missing hours, as you put it. Well, in the end, what difference do they make? None, as far as I can see. And since that's now apparent, there's no reason to delay our decision any longer.
Like I was saying before, if I don't take 5 bob home with me tonight, the missus will blow her top.
What's that? Sorry, I didn't quite catch what you said.
Very well. The court be apprised of your decisions. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will state your leanings as to the defendant's culpability.
Innocent.
Guilty.
Damn it.
Guilty. Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty.
How much money do they spend on this fire thing? This has got to cost the London people a lot, right? It's an elaborate setup.
All of you.
All of them? All of them? Oh, it will appear that the jury is indeed unanimous. So, this time at least, it seems justice will be done. All's well that ends well, as they say.
And regardless if being your only line is guilty.
This calls for a toast, I feel. I wonder if they did hire VAs. Because I feel like this is one of the guilty line is one of those moments where, like, at least in ye olden days of the 90s and 80s, they would have just grabbed random people from the office and been like, record a line of dialogue. You know those games? You know that thing? You know
Hard
the
to
things that
say.
people do? To the guilty being punished.
Wah!
Ooh, oh. Get up, Mr. Naruto, please. The trial isn't over yet.
What do you mean, Mr. Sato?
Remember the thingy?
You know the thing.
What about the information I have in this encyclopedia of British law I found in this, that obscure right that belongs to the defense in these situations. Remember? The mechanic from last game, Naruto? Do you remember? Are you aware of it?
Yes, that's right. We don't have a jury in Japanese.
Damn, that one lady
courts.
is vibrating.
But here in a British court of law, if we can reverse the decisions of a majority of the jurors, we can force the trial to continue. This trial can't end now. Whatever it takes, I just can't let that happen. The defense moves to invoke its right to a summation examination, my lord.
That's what they call them. Why am I not surprised? At least my learned Nepalese friend's inability to admit defeat. You choose to cling desperately to some archaic rule you barely comprehend,
That's not
instead of accepting the truth.
Certainly no other defense counsellor in recent times has exercised the right to summation examination.
What, do they just like losing? I don't understand. I feel like everyone would be
not?
using this.
What would I not at least try?
It's free. It's free to do. Because they all know that once the jury's mind is set, it cannot be altered. False. We did it like every time last game. Where were you? Were in the court for all of
You were
them.
there. Now, I think that it
Dude,
may have only
Vance-
been done in one trial before this point. No, because there were at least two.
No, we did it multiple times.
There's
I
one-
remember us
the
doing it
last
at least
trial, The
twice.
last game was after this, but the other two were before this.
Like Van
One of them was
Zeeks,
2 days ago.
Van Zeeks is really just like entirely confident in everything he says, even when he's just lying. It's
He's just
crazy.
lying or wrong.
Nevertheless, the right remains and must be upheld. The defense counsel's request is granted. This court will proceed with the summation examination outlined in the Encyclopedia of British Law.
Thank you, my lord.
Are you and your fellows prepared, Mr. Foreman?
Prepared for what? What the hell is that?
Believe me, my lord, we know all about this young lad's tenacity.
Yeah, I can see her vibrating there every couple seconds.
She is wigging out, dude.
When we're ready for it. Very well.
Yeah, Mulligan, they used to love doing that shit. Where they'd be like, we need a voice line. Quickly, lead game
Borrow
developer
someone.
of Doom or whatever. Go, into this microphone.
In that case, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I hereby call upon each of you to state the grounds upon which you find the defendant guilty of the crime for which he stands accused.
Judicial findings. The jurors' contentions.
There may not be well off, but he's a noble man, and straight up, there's no reason to doubt the man.
False. Well, I do declare the good gentleman has no reason to lie. In fact, I think he's rather splendid. Just look at the accused by comparison. He's Japanese. Stoops all the while and has a mustache. Very fishy. There's no evidence to suggest the gangling actor is a fraudsman. For now, at least.
Fucking middle juror over here like, he's foreign, he is. Lock him up. Kill him. Get his ass.
I don't remember him being racist in the last game. I thought he was one of the chill ones.
Didn't he just talk about hats or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I really don't care. Like, I just need this trial to end quickly. Nobody's listening to me.
Missing time is nothing when you reach my age, you know. Nothing at all.
Have you heard the original Igiari? I have.
Not. I knew it. Every single one of them seems completely convinced.
Well, hold on. Macho Man Randy Savage just needs to leave because he's not being paid for this. What if we
Yeah.
offered him 5 bob, whatever that is?
Whatever that means.
I'm sure we have 5 bob between the two of us.
There must be 5 bob in here somewhere.
It would seem that all the jurors have come to the conclusion that Mr. Shamspeare is a fine, upstanding, and honest citizen.
You ask me, they've all been bewitched by his strange theatrical movements.
And sadly, nothing Mr. Natsume has said appears to have registered at all.
Well, here goes. Let's not forget. I've pleaded with the jury on Soseki-san's behalf before, and it works, so you never know.
Yeah. Before we begin, it might be an idea for me to remind you exactly how a summation examination works, Mr. Naruto.
Oh,
Well, you're still very new to British law, after all.
that's true, I suppose. And Soseki-san's fate is entirely in my hands now, too. There's always a
And
chance
it
I
may
might
have
have
been 2
forgotten some
years.
crucial detail. Perhaps I should hear Susato-san out. I wonder, should I let her talk me through it again or not bother? I mean, I think I'm fine. Basically, you just need to find contradictions between the jurors and point them out to each other, I think. As I recall, or evidence for if there's a specific thing from one of the jurors. No need! Thank you for the kind offer, Miss Susato, but I've been through plenty of these summation examinations already now. I think it's important that we don't delay the start any longer than necessary.
You'll regret this. Of course, I understand.
Maybe.
And I'm quite sure you're right. If you're confused by anything at any point, you can turn to me for advice whenever you like. I'll be here for you. Literally, I'll be right here.
The key to this
Next
is
to
really listening
you.
carefully to each juror's statement.
Fuck this up and I'll throw you.
Finding two that are contradictory and pitting the court. See, he tells me anyway. And pitting the corresponding jurors against each other.
Without further ado, please, counsel, proceed with the summation examination.
Yes, my lord. I forgot that was me.
What? It's always you.
I know. He's just standing back.
Look
there,
at fucking
dude.
Shamspeare back there. It's fucking.
The fence's rebuttal. I think we can press these also, right? Yeah.
Hold it!
He's
Believe
not a
so.
noble, first of all. Well, there are plenty of people in London who seem noble but poor. Couldn't some of them also be liars?
I've no doubt about it. Like that shaky client of yours, for example.
Absolutely not. Mr. Natsume is no liar.
The point is, the only thing that passed the victim's lips that night was the Japanese man's tea. And when you take the gas man's testimony into account as well, truth couldn't be any clearer.
Well, that's alarmingly logical.
But let me be frank. I'm a gentleman with a gentleman's values. If it turns out that old Shamspeare chum is a rotten lie after all, I'll kill him. I'll gladly change my decision on the defendant. I'm sure my fellow gentlemen on the jury would do the same. Isn't that right?
Well, yes, perhaps. Though I don't see it happening. Hey, what's that? Elderly gent on the end here, you know. You'll have to speak up.
Look, I really don't give a single shit. I just need this trial to be over. Why is no one listening to me?
Gentlemen, do we actually have on the jury then? Maybe they should stop picking this guy. Like, he's clearly got other shit to be doing.
If I don't bring money home, I will be murdered.
All right, sir, I may hold you to that. Don't forget what you said.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
Aha, so the statement is actually different now. We just have to prove he's lying about something. He has no reason to lie. Oh yeah? Hold it. Are you saying you believe the man to be trustworthy because he's rather splendid? No, that's not what I said. The point is, the man is the victim here. What reason would he have to lie? Yes, he is rather splendid. So you say, yet again. Meanwhile, the man who stands accused behaves so suspiciously it's exhausting to look at him.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah, he's not splendid at all. Splendid logic there, madam. Thank you so much. Just look at the accused. He's Japanese.
Hold it!
Hold it. No, not one of those things is a reason to find the man guilty. Well, he is fishy. There's no point dancing around the fact. He's Japanese, he has a mustache, and he stoops. You see, you arrive at the conclusion in just 3 steps. 3 steps, like a waltz, in fact. You know, the more I think about it, the more this trial seems like a dance. You seem to be several steps ahead of yourself, though, and you're on the wrong foot.
What is bro yapping about, dude?
No, there's nothing but circumstantial evidence here. There's no actual proof of the defendant's guilt. But the victim's version of events is backed by what the big chin man next to him says, isn't it? 1, he saw the Japanese man there. 2, he saw no one else. And 3, he saw the Japanese man there. Oh, there's another 3 steps. All this really does seem more and more like a waltz, doesn't it? Right, and the prosecution will waltz its way to victory if I let you speak much more.
That bro is tripping.
There's no evidence to suggest the gangling actor is a fraudsman for now.
Hold it!
Hold it. A fraudsman? What do you mean by that, madam? A man who commits fraud.
Do you not know the word fraud?
It really is a most tiresome problem for the company. Most irritating. We can be absolutely certain that a customer is stealing from us, but without hard evidence, we can't even threaten to take action for fear of being sued. I'm sorry, you've lost me a little there. Who are you? I'm the wife of Augustus Altamont, owner of the Altamont Gas Company.
Oh. Huh.
That seems
Wow,
like a
I didn't
conflict of
expect that.
interests.
Good gracious. Altamont gas, you say?
Gas is the future of energy in this country and around the globe, but proper handling is essential. As I'm sure our employee from the East End branch office would be the first to agree. Absolutely, Lady Quimby. Gotta be used properly. Altamont Gas is the best in the world, of course.
Get it? She's Queen Bee. Get it? Get it? Do you get it? Are you laughing?
Yes.
Ah, I think we may have solved the mystery of the bow from earlier, Mr. Nardo.
Right, he bowed in deference to his employer's wife, did he? Ah, so would I be right in assuming that the reason Mr. Meterman was watching what Mr. Shamspeare was up to in his room? I'm afraid that there's no end to the lengths the population of the East End will go to in order to steal our gas. So I really have no choice when the company identifies somebody as a possible fraudsman.
That explains why she's wearing yellow.
Yeah, but to dispatch a worker to watch the suspect day and night, we're very thorough in our investigations. So you mean Mr. Shamspeare is... I wouldn't come out and say it in public. But you can finish that sentence with a grubby little gas thief.
That's pretty on point too, isn't it?
Yeah. You have noticed the public gallery in here, have you?
Please allow me to introduce myself.
The eye of man hath heard, the eye of man hath not seen. Faith wouldst thou wound me with thy words, were I to let them penetrate the skin. But seraphs hear not insults, only choirs of angels in song. We may not have evidence yet, but my workers won't stop buzzing around you until they find it.
Get it?
They do. You'll
Buzzing?
find yourself blasted back to your angelic heights in an Altamont gas explosion. I'm sorry?
You get it? Cause bees?
No, I get it.
Gas is bees?
Gas is bees.
Bones are sand? The whales eat the bones into sand?
So Mr. Shamspeare has been stealing gas. I wonder, juror number 4, if you wouldn't mind adding that information to your statement. My pleasure. Was it the bit about ripping that thief apart you enjoyed?
I did enjoy it a little bit.
A little before the part about abject violence, if it's not too much trouble.
I want to see him violenced. Do it, lady. Get his
Yes,
ass.
of course. This could be it. This could shift the balance.
Hold it!
Well, we'll do the rest of these anyway. You keep talking about needing to take home some money. What's that all about, sir?
Finish last. That's what this is about.
What's that?
I'm talking about the Derby at Hyde Park, aren't I? It was the Queen's Cup last week, wasn't it?
A derby?
It was a dead cert. That's the thing. I couldn't lose, so I took all my wife's secret savings.
Uh-oh.
But then, that hopeless old mayor went and did the unthinkable. And that stupid finish last.
Oh dear. I think it's clear what happened, isn't it?
This is the day the missus uses her savings for a trip down to the pub.
She saves just to go drink? Fuck yeah.
So come on, let this business lie now. Just give it up.
No, that's not going to happen.
Can we just give that guy $5? I think we'll get his vote.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's tampering with the chair.
What do you really mean by that, sir? Well, I'm not one to boast, but I get up at 5 every morning, I do. At 5? You're a really early riser then, aren't you? What's that now? I said you're an early riser! Oh, well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I like to while away the hours in the evening reading books as well. But by about 2 in the morning, I'm usually too tired to go on. You sleep 4 hours, 3 hours a night?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He sleeps at 2 in the morning and gets up at 5? Oh my. That means he only has 3 hours of sleep each night.
Insane. What's that, dear?
Only 3 hours of sleep each night.
That's right, you see. 3 hours of missing time, like I said. It's not much, is it? This really isn't helping.
I'm actually only 37. My advanced age is due to not sleeping. The key to summation examination is identifying contradictions between.
Once I found jurors, statements, and pictures. Yeah, I got it. Hopefully when they see what
Just go to those first two and
Yeah.
be like, oh, he's a gas thief.
Yeah. Shape of the minds. But conversely, why is this taking so long? Can't let that happen. Gotta turn this trial around. I would love to show you that the victim's a liar.
Objection!
Objection! Ah! Those two statements clearly contradict each other. I guess it
Good
would be insane
gracious.
because only one of them spoke just now. He's like,
Whose statements do you refer, counsel?
juror number 1.
What are you yelling about, lad?
Sorry, choking.
Uh-huh.
I presume you've heard juror number 4's statement made by the wife of the owner of Altamont Gas.
Oh, yes.
The victim, who you claim to be a noble, straight-up man, in fact turns out to be a common a common thief.
You telling me Shamspeare? You want me to buy that Shamspeare is gay? I won't believe it. Listen, he just likes wrestling with other men over literature.
Nothing homo about
I have-
that.
I have relationships with women. And sex with men. Have you seen that clip recently? It's still amazing. It's
I
been
don't think
like
I have.
12 years. Have you not? It's from fucking one of those CSI shows. The one with Ice Cube.
Oh my god.
And a guy says straight up, I have relationships. He says, I'm not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And then, or not Ice Cube, Ice-T. And then Ice-T looks at him and goes, that means you're gay. And like emotional music hits.
That's
It's
incredible.
an incredible
Law and Order
clip.
SVUs.
Law and Order, yes, SVU, that's the one. I couldn't remember the name of it because there's too many crime shows. I know it was the one with Ice-T. Hold on, I'm gonna look up I'm Not Gay Ice-T. Okay. Sorry, I just need to. I got news for you. That means you're gay. Oh, it's such a funny clip. Doesn't have the guy looks like a San Andreas character. Here you go, Steven. You can watch that at your leisure later.
Excellent.
It's an incredible clip. And the funniest part is that it turns around to fucking Ice-T. It's so funny that it's Ice-T. Oh man, it kills me.
Rather good lady says, but there's no evidence, is there? You and I both heard them say as much.
It's true, we don't have evidence as such just yet. The claims aren't baseless, you know.
What?
Spit on my microphone somewhat. You heard me, seeing as
Jesus,
his
Steven.
operation
Getting
has
a little
already
excited.
been compromised. I would suggest that the court hears testimony from our East End branch officer employee over there. I'll do whatever you say, my lady. Gasman's honor. Juror number 1, you say you're a man of your word.
What?
I say a lot of things.
I was a lot of shit. I
If
tell
could show
people that I'm
Mr.
not going to
Shamspeare was a
foreclose their
liar,
homes.
You assured me that you would reconsider your decision about the defendant's guilt.
Yes, I did say that. As a man of honor, I'll hold to it, as I'm sure the other gentlemen of this jury will.
I do not give a single shit.
Me? Well, yes. Now that we found out the man's a lawyer, perhaps we ought to consider the matter further. Well, if I'm perfectly honest, I haven't heard half of what you've all been saying. So if this means you'll recap a few points, that would suit me down to the ground.
Oh no, I'm not having any part of this. I want this trial over and done with.
In that case, I shall change my leaning.
So,
See, now I forgot this was me.
so, Mr. William Shamspeare, if that is your real name.
I mean, it probably isn't, right?
There's no
But it-
fucking
But
way.
it might be.
There's
because
no
this is
way.
Ace Attorney.
That's true. That one guy is named a drone bee or whatever,
Yeah.
basically.
We of the jury demand to know exactly what kind of man you really are.
Have relationships.
The fucking construction man looks so distraught.
He
That's
wants to
4
go,
jurors.
man.
4 for not guilty.
Yes, Mr. Nahadel. Victory. Ganbate.
Order! Order! Dar! Order! Arnardi! Well, this is quite extraordinary, I must say. As a result of the dimensions of early answer. How do you do, Joseph? Guilty was 4 now guilty.
Yes, thank you. I have eyes. I can see.
Yep.
I have a state of disaccord. And order the trial to continue.
Hooray.
Wow. I'm going to kill you. It won't be pretty. Come into this carriage I brought into the courtroom. You have spoiled the bouquet, Mr. Shamspeare.
Uh-oh.
Oopsie poopsie.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you now find they are unable to trust you, the victim.
But you gods will give us some faults to make us men. So God mend me, I do swear. This gas man speaketh that which concerns him most. Naught but gas, naught but thin air. Aye, it burneth bright a while, but it hath no substance, and it doth reek foul. Oi, what do you say? Don't make me get me spinach.
Don't make me eat this canned vegetable. Fucking. Was Popeye a psyop to increase spinach sales?
I don't know.
Hold on.
I feel like I remember hearing that spinach was picked sort of at random.
Popeye. Hold on. The Sailor Man. Fictional character. Remember that trailer for that Popeye movie that looked pretty good, and then they canceled it to make
They
the Emoji
canceled it.
movie?
Canceled it immediately. Make me, yeah. I just want a Tintin sequel, man. Tintin was so fucking good.
Spinach usage, a trait introduced in 1931.
You on like the Heroes wiki?
No, just Wikipedia. Upon swallowing the spinach, Popeye's physical strength immediately becomes superhuman, and he's easily able to save the day, and very often rescue Olive Oil from a dire situation. It did not stop there, as spinach could give Popeye the skills and powers he needed, as in the Man on the Flying Trapeze, where it gave him acrobatic skills.
You know what was the psyop? The belief that milk helps your bones get stronger.
Yeah, dairy board, you know?
That's funny, because I drink a lot of milk and I've never broken a bone, so, checkmate science, man.
I drink almost no milk, and I've also never broken a bone.
Checkmate me.
Spinach! Oh, there's a thing right under the Popeye dance. Spinach. Initially, Popeye's chief superhuman characteristic was his indestructibility rather than super strength, which was attributed to his having rubbed the head of Bernice the Wiffle Hen numerous times after being shot.
What?
I don't know.
I don't have enough context for any of that.
Popeye later attributed his strength to spinach. The popularity of Popeye helped boost spinach sales.
So was it just
The
a
spinach
coincidence?
growing community of Crystal City, Texas erected a statue of the character. The spinach capital of the world. A frequently circulated story claims that Fleischer's choice of spinach to give Popeye strength was based on faulty calculations of its iron content. In the story, a scientist misplaced a decimal in the 1870 measurement, leading to an iron 10 times that it could have been, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't say anything about why it was spinach. It seems to be just random.
It was just a random thing that did in fact increase spinach sales.
Why did a Popeye eat spinach?
To make him strong, stupid. The only way he can activate his fucking powers.
Well, okay. Well, except for his indestructibility, which is apparently because he rubbed the head of a chicken?
I think that's what you said, yeah.
I'm gonna Google Bernice the Wiffle Hen, but then we'll get back to this.
We'll continue.
Popeye the Sailorpedia. All right. Well, I guess we're here now.
This is it.
It was a character from 1928. A mysterious bird given to castor oil. Oh my god.
It's castor
This
oil,
guy's name has been
Hollywood's
Castor
dad.
Oil this whole time. No, older brother.
Huh.
Both are children of Coal Oil and Nana.
Okay.
Mysterious bird given to castor oil by his uncle Lubri Kent. She has true power.
Sure.
She would grant luck to anyone who rubbed her feathers. So Castor sets sail to Dice Island, where a legendary casino stood, meeting and hiring Popeye to man the ship he bought. During the trip, both Popeye and Castor gained luck from rubbing Bernice, and millions were won upon arriving at the casino. On the way back, Popeye, having been shot multiple times by the evil casino manager, kept rubbing Bernice's feathers for luck and eventually recovered. It is unclear if his miraculous recovery owed to Bernice's powers or to his formidable constitution, which he was not yet aware of. So yeah, apparently Popeye got shot multiple times and survived by a magic luck bird.
Excellent. Good job, Popeye writers.
Do I take it, Mr.
I mean, that's kind of sick, honestly. I
Yeah.
just can't. I'm fathoming the concept of Popeye dying from multiple gunshot wounds as like a plot device. That's wild. They shot Popeye?
It's fucked up.
Do I take it, Mr. Shamspeare, that you deny the allegations of gas thievery?
Most heartily, my lord. Hast thou forgot I am as a seraph, an angel, noble of mind, sweet of nature, and verily honest of heart.
Don't do that little swoosh move.
You flower about pompous beanpole just because I haven't got the evidence yet? Why, I oughta. Mr. Shamspeare, if in fact you are not noble of mind, sweet of nature, or honest of heart, if you are a liar, then your testimony should have no sway in this courtroom.
In Margaret's that the present time no emotional culprit of the crime has been identified. All testimony heard by this court thus far heavily implicates the defendant.
He's not wrong.
In short, it would not be unreasonable at this stage for me to rule on the case.
But the jury says not guilty right now.
Oh no.
However, in light of the fact the jury has expressed concern about the fidelity of this witness, I believe it would be inappropriate for the court not to pursue the point further.
Objection. Yes, but I don't want you to do that.
Shut the fuck up, I say. You, Judge, fuck you. I assure you, my lord. That would be a waste of the court's time. The gas and this case are unrelated.
Juror number 4. Yes. Sorry, I don't know why I did that.
Well,
Didn't you say before that although you had no hard evidence to prove this man has been stealing gas, you have strong grounds for suspecting him? That's right, we do. Down to a, worker.
you gotta stop this
Absolutely,
man.
Lady Quimby. Gas Manzana.
Very well then. We will hear your testimony now. You will tell the court precisely why you believe the victim, Mr. William Shamspeare, has been stealing gas.
Yes, my lord, it'll be my pleasure. On the Aldermont gas name, I swear, if I may, my lord.
Go ahead, madam.
This worker's testimony may have a significant bearing on the good name of my husband's company.
Can I leave?
Therefore, I should like to take the stand alongside him in a supervisory
Oh, no!
role, if you won't mind. Now, wait a minute.
No, hold on a
Oh,
second.
yeah, sweet as honey. Yeah.
Whoa, calm down, dude. Jesus. That dude wants to boink the wife of his company owner so badly.
Whoa.
He's crazy. Bro is simping hard, dude.
That
Very
house
well.
is really bricked up.
Dude, he's more bricked up than the windows. Susato comes in. Actually, the windows are bricked up because
You heard of the window?
pulls out her dumb little
tax?
book. Pulls out her dumb little fucking book again. Susato, baby, please, you gotta stop this. Susato, honey, stop talking about the damn window tax.
As an exception, I shall honor your request.
Thank you, my lord. You wait till the boss gives you an earful. Ooh, it's gonna sting you, mark my words.
Get it? Cause like a bee.
Because he's like a bee.
Oh, you will both testify before the court on the subject of the illegal consumption of the Altamont Gas Company's fuel.
Cause there was that puddle of fuel on his floor.
Is that clear, my good man? Clear as ultimate gas, my lady. Which is the clearest in the world. That's not necessarily a good thing for gas.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. Why would it be bad if the gas was clear?
Harder to detect a leak, although I guess that all gas is like that.
That's all. You don't detect a gas leak by sight.
Detected by stink. Do you think the gas has gone to his head, Miss Susato?
I think the man is just a very dedicated employee, Mr. Naruhodo. Is that what you're gonna call it, Susato?
Witness testimony, the Altamont Gas Company's investigation. I'm proud to be the company's East End branch investigator and meter money collection agent. Altamont Gas
The
meters
stink
accept
is added on.
threepenny bits, each coin giving customers about 2 hours of gorgeous gas.
Dude, I don't have a gas stove. I wonder if they still add stink. Because we have like detector things nowadays.
Yeah. Yet the meter in Mr. Shamspeare's room didn't have a single coin in it. The meter doesn't appear to have been tampered with, though, and as the collection agent has the only key... Somehow he's using all the flaming gas he wants without paying a penny. If that's not thieving, what is?
Wait, how does this relate to soap? Is he making fake coins out of soap? No, because then they would find soap in the box, right?
Yeah. There was a
But
little
hey,
red
for geeky,
thing on them, but...
there was a thing. I wish they had let us look at the soap. I really want to know what that thing is. Pray forgive the discourtesy. The irrelevance of this testimony caused me to turn to my hallowed chalice.
What do you mean by that remark, Lord Van Zeeks?
Remember Soseki dreaming he was joking? Yeah.
Yes. Gas-related, I
Because of the
assume.
gas. Because the gas, definitely gas. There's definitely the gas was getting in there.
And that would be the floor above him. It is
Nope,
weird
they're
that-
both on the first floor.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting.
As far as I remember, anyways. So Seki is definitely on the first floor.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure this guy also is on the first floor. I think they're
Yes,
both on
I
the
believe
first
you're
floor.
correct. I don't know why I keep thinking there's only 3 rooms and it's like one stacked up.
It's stacked up. It's bricked up. Like the windows in London. Did the mustachioed Nepalese poison the gangrene excuse for an actor, or didn't he? That is all that should concern this court. And yet now we have to listen to this abhorrence. Clearly, what separates the vast British Empire and your eastern island nation is more than geographical distance.
But this could turn out to be crucial testimony. The cross-examination must go ahead.
There it goes. It's about time. Do what you will. What you will. Lord Van Zeeks appears to be in a violent mood.
Yes, he does. An attempted poisoning and an incidence of gas theft with no supporting evidence. It's true that they would appear completely unrelated at first glance. I wonder. The truth tends to be buried in the most unusual places. And the first step is uncovering it. Nope. The first step in uncovering it will be to establish just who and what this man really is. Like, I don't... Like, if he's stealing the gas and then, like, selling it or something, he would need to be containing the gas somehow.
He's used doing that. There. What I'm not sure about is why he's trying to get Natsume
Arrested
for the poisoning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I haven't figured that piece out yet.
Hold it!
So all London houses that have a gas supply are fitted with these gas meters, are they? They're the latest model, the height of technology, developed by our company, Altamont Gas. And anyone who uses our gas will have one of these meters in their property, yes. So if a 3-pence coin gives 2 hours of gas, most people will use about 3 coins in a night? A bit more than that, usually, if they have both gas lights and a gas stove, that is. Thinking about it, Soseki-san doesn't have a fireplace in that room of his, does he? Some people still choose to use candles, of course, and only have gas for heating.
Ah, yes. I do remember seeing candles in Mr. Natsume's room, actually.
And how does the money in the meter get back to you at the gas company? Every 3 days, gasmen like me visit properties on the gas supply and empty the meters of coins. I must say, the design and manufacture of the new meter cost the company an awful lot of money. But happily, it did put a stop to people not paying their dues, for the most part. Ah, because they have to pay in advance, you mean? Yes, exactly right. Yet the meter on Shums didn't have a single coin.
Hold it!
Hold it! Out of interest, how long has this been going on? Weeks and weeks! He's been pitching gas off us for ages! That's quite a long time.
And you examined the meter in Mr. Shamspeare's room, I take it?
Naturally. We took it off the wall and went over it with a fine-tooth comb.
And found nothing suspicious at all, I presume. I want her to beat me up with that umbrella. You know, I'm gonna hear him out this time. Normally I'm on his case about it, but I kind of get it. I get this one, Malachi. I extended you an olive branch.
No, I'm afraid we didn't. Which is exactly why I demanded a new type of meter to be produced. One with an indestructible lock. The Shamspeare Special. That
I
sounds like it
want
would
her
cost
to
an
give
awful
me
lot
the
of
Shamspeare
pieces.
special.
But even after all of that, the rascal's meter was still empty. I'll never forget the humiliation. When I opened up the money box and found it bare. You what? I
Whoa.
said. You what?
Whoa, look at his eyes.
Whoa.
Look at his eyes. What's wrong with his face?
And the look on his face, that smarmy smile of his. I pulled the meter straight off the wall and took it back to the office. But you know what? Nothing. Not a trace of it being jimmy opened anywhere. Not a single sign. And what's happened to my salary was, well, down by 3 shillings a day, that's what. A life-threatening situation, in a number of ways. Incidentally, what became of that meter? Nothing became of it. I've still got it. Oh,
It's right here.
right here. No wonder they call you Meter Man. Small bug?
I
Small
think
bug
it
on
would
my
be
rep
good
office?
for the,
Hold on. You can continue. I'm just gonna. I think I
for the
got it.
court to sequester this item while the trial is ongoing.
Gas meter. Can we investigate that?
Yes, I assume
Definitely. Although at first glance, there doesn't appear to be anything unusual about it. But
We
what
gotta
about-
open it up. I want to see if there's soap in there or something stupid.
What about second glance?
When we click things.
That's a very sturdy-looking padlock, isn't it?
Or did they put wax behind it to show that it hasn't been opened?
Well,
The thing's just out of saying. And the money box is sealed with beeswax. Beeswax! Do you get it, Naruto? Do you get the bee? The bee
so
stuff?
If Mr. Sholmes
The
were to get up to
bee
any
movie?
mischief, he'd be found out immediately.
Mr. Naruto, mischief of that kind is not the sort of thing that Mr. Sholmes would.
You know, you didn't finish that sentence, don't you?
Well, anyway, he definitely would, is the thing. It's understandable that the gas company would want to safeguard the money that's rightfully theirs.
But it does feel a little over the top, perhaps, doesn't it? Yeah, what's this green shit? Is that the
Beeswax. Yeah, to show that the door hasn't opened. They just talked about it, Steven.
Yeah. The gases.
The gases.
There's not actually.
Could you click on the wax itself?
I was trying to,
No.
but it's not. I don't seem to be able to. I can't actually click on
Oh.
the rest of this, so maybe we need to wait until they give us a key or something.
They might give us a key or something, I guess.
Although at first glance, there doesn't appear to be anything unusual about it.
Let's move this along, shall we? Continue with your testimony.
I don't even know why I'm fucking here right now.
I'm losing my shit slowly and surely. Though I would say it has as much value as the contents of that meter.
Oof.
Whoa!
Hold it!
Hold it. There's only
Can't
one
believe I
key
did
for all of your
all that.
meters? Well, in truth, there's another key in the company vault at our main office.
Do you have the one key?
But even if someone had somehow managed to get hold of a key, we'd know if the coin box had been opened. Oh? How?
The beeswax.
I came up with a rather clever way to expose any little shenanigans as it happens. Would you care to explain? Well now, in order to empty the meter, you have to unlock the padlock and remove the cover. When I close the cover again, I stick a little beeswax seal on it, you see. Seal? Like the sort of thing you'd put on an envelope, you mean? Something like that, yes. Basically, you can't remove the cover again without breaking the seal. Now, in the case of Mr. Shamspeare's meter, there were no coins inside at all, as I said. But the seal hadn't been broken either. So that would mean Mr. Shamspeare somehow managed to steal coins from inside the meter without opening it. What?
It's
Why
a
you-
whoa. Why is he?
why you
Hold
laughing
on.
like
Why is he
that?
doing? Hey, Ryunosuke. Why are you? Hey, buddy.
Please don't look
What
at
the
me like
hell?
that.
So you're telling me this is a locked box puzzle inside of a locked room mystery?
Whoa.
The answer is it wasn't a right.
It was an orangutan and a smaller orangutan.
It was an orangutan and his tiny doppelganger. It would seem so, but that would be impossible.
I'm always using all the flaming gas he wants without paying a penny. If that's not
Ha!
then what is?
Flaming gas.
Hold it!
Hold it. How do you know that he's been using gas, though? Well now, since I started investigating this bloke, I've been into his room more than a few times. And on every single occasion, his lamps have been blazing and his stove pounding. It's the middle of winter, and he still turns to me, sweat dripping down his cheeks, and says, "Get thee to a nunnery."
Hamlet, indeed!
I could wring the bloke's neck. I got all hot under the collar, but still. Every time I open that flamin' beater, it's empty. He's robbing me my salary, too. What's wrong with the world? Where's the justice? How can Mr. Shamspeare possibly be stealing the money? I don't understand.
The simple explanation is right there before your eyes.
What?
A toast to you eventually realizing that the gas man could be an accomplice.
You what?
I don't like when his eyes change color like that. It's really
Eh.
spooky.
Good lord! Eminently plausible. Ooh, I like that. Eminently plausible.
Hmm.
That's when we start
what
saying
you
that
have
maybe.
to say for yourself? Oh, please, Lady Queenbee, I'm a faithful worker. And besides, if the money your gasmen collect doesn't tally with how much gas has been used, you'd dock our pay by the same amount. So you'd be stealing money only to have the same amount taken from your wages. Clearly that makes no sense.
Perhaps it's a case of losing the battle to win the war.
No, I'm not gonna starve that hornet's nest. If I was stealing from
Hornet.
the company, I'd be finished.
It would seem there is no evidence to support the claims of thievery made against the victim, because Mr. William Shamspeare, is innocent. Pray forgive me if that shatters some illusion my learned Nipponese friend was clearly under.
Ugh.
Boy, I'm a vampire.
I certainly didn't expect to uncover another crime that looks like it's been taking place in the very same room.
According to the testimony, it's only the meter in Mr. Shamspeare's room that's under suspicion.
And this might be why Garrett was paying so much attention to the gas, too, is because he might have also... He's either in on it or found out about it.
Yeah, there's something going on here. It does seem as though perhaps it has nothing to do with the incident involving Mr. Natsume.
I know, it does seem that way, but the fact is, since I've been practicing law in England, I feel like I've encountered this at least once already. Cases that are interlinked.
Oh?
It might seem that two cases have nothing to do with one another at first, but in fact, they're intimately connected.
Yes, we have experienced that before, haven't we? I wonder if this is another instance.
It'd be wild if it wasn't.
They're just not related at all.
It's completely irrelevant.
Natsume actually did it, yeah.
Perhaps, but we can't be sure of that yet.
He just put strychnine in the tea for fun.
For fun. If the Altamont Gas Company has been investigating Mr. Shamspeare so earnestly, there must be something to it. But then how has he been managing to steal their gas?
He's been just sucking it out of the pipes himself.
One off in an
You know?
envelope. We never actually looked at this. Does this have anything on it at all? Whoever opened this envelope didn't bother with a letter opener or scissors, did they?
Yes, whoever opened it was clearly someone with an unrefined temperament. And judging from the angle of the rip here, the person in question must have been right-handed.
Miss Sato. I think perhaps someone's been reading too much of the Adventures of Herlock Sholmes.
You can never read too much of it, Mr. Naruto. Never.
And
Money that's rightfully theirs. I know, right, Well, okay. I almost made a joke there, but I figured it would be too on brand.
oh,
Oh, shit, we could have looked at the soap.
oh,
What is it, Mr. Naruto?
this bar of soap. When we first found it, I could have sworn there was some sort of round disc in this depression just here. A reddish one.
Yes, you're right. I remember it too.
I also remember it.
But now the depression is completely empty.
Where could the
Relatable.
disc have gone? Something that dissolves? Or, I mean, I guess they could have just taken it out, but I'm working
Might have
under
just
the
fallen
impression
out.
they've had
I don't know.
this. Look at the teacups. Is anything cool in the teacups? No, nothing in the teacups. Doesn't look like
Well, there's something blinking. This is the teacup from which Mr. Natsume was drinking.
Yes, unlike the other one, the inside of the cup is completely clean.
I suppose he must have drunk the contents before the tea had a chance to leave a mark.
I always gulp it down too.
Sorry, Mr. Naruto.
Well, if you just sip it a little by little, it goes cold.
Whoa,
Whoa.
why is an alarm on? Did I set this shit for PM instead of AM? Oh my fucking god, I did.
Huh. Well, I mean, at least you found out before it happened, huh?
That scared the piss out of me.
I just heard a noise.
When did I change this alarm? What? Sorry, I just...
Baffling.
I did. Maybe I tried to snooze it while half asleep and changed it to PM. I'll be honest, I think I've done that at least once before. Clearly, I shall have to instruct you in the proper way to take tea. That's why I use
No
military
teaming on
time.
the inside of Mr. Natsume's.
No one can make me use military time. I won't do it.
This must be the cup that Mr. Shamspeare was drinking from then. It's stained on the inside.
Tea does that, I'm afraid. Even green tea.
Oh, really? I've never noticed before.
You've never noticed?
Well, I never leave it in the cup long enough to leave a mark. I like to gulp it down.
I'm gonna
Drink tea
kill
while
you.
it's hot. That's the Japanese way, isn't it?
Oh dear. So many people seem to have the wrong idea about our culture, and most of them are Japanese.
I love to slurp that shit, Susato.
Gulp, gulp!
Glug, glug.
I'm a thirsty boy.
Yeah, I can't actually click on any of this stuff here, so... Not relevant yet. Report, gas meter. We don't have anything else to click on, I don't think.
Not at the moment.
Hold it!
I didn't press this one before because I assumed it was irrelevant, but maybe there's something in it.
Also, there's something going on with the fact that the alarm I just checked was set for 8:29. What was I cooking? what,
Genius.
what was I
Up by
doing?
8:30.
Genuinely, I don't remember setting this alarm, and now I'm a little scared.
Does that mean you enter people's houses in order to empty their gas meters? That I do. I have to try to catch people when they're in. Then I ask permission to come inside and do my business.
I shit on their floor.
Does that mean you've been into Mr. Natsume's room before, as well as that of Mr. Shamspeare? Well now, interesting you should bring that up, because I couldn't believe how little money was in his meter. I mean, how the pair of them survived the winter is beyond me, it really is.
Knowing Mr. Natsume, he probably spends all his gas money on books.
And then when he's finished reading them, he probably burns them for warmth.
Hey, that's smart. Loophole.
You kindly reiterate your statement about the gas meters themselves, Mr. Meterman.
Not much to say, really, but as you wish. Open your pants. Okay, so we don't have anything else to press. So...
We can press this new thing, right?
Oh, this is the same one as before.
Oh, I see.
Because we did press all of these, right? Collection agent has the only key. Some gas ruins without paying a penny. The only thing I have is the soap that used to have a penny in it, probably. But I don't see how that's relevant.
That can't be right.
Doesn't appear to have been tampered with. Yeah. Oh, could he have been using the soap to make a key? That's a thing you can do, right?
Theoretically, but we don't have any evidence of him doing that.
Alright. Mr. Shamspeare.
And I don't know how he'd need multiple bars of soap for that.
Wait a minute. Let me investigate. I was trying to see if, like, maybe it was unlocked here. No, it definitely still has the seal
Nope.
on it, too, which you can actually see on the zoomed in.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm not 100% sure what to do here. Meter didn't have a single coin in it.
Are we sure we pressed on everything?
Thought I did. Yeah, because, like, this is the one I skipped on the first go because I didn't think anything relevant would be in it. And there wasn't.
Press on this one.
Hold it!
I hold the skip button. Okay, yeah, it's letting me do the skip
nope,
button,
it's-
which means we have seen it.
Maybe just go through and press them all again, quick, to make sure we didn't skip one.
Hold it!
Yeah, he's been robbing them for weeks. Nothing. Taking out of his money. Collection agent has the only key.
Press this one again.
He could have made a copy of the key, maybe. I don't know.
Hold it!
Again, we don't have any evidence of that, so I don't know what we'd
Yeah,
present.
like, we don't. was like, there wasn't anything to inspect on the meter itself other than the lock, which they were like, yep, that's locked. All the gas he wants to spend.
Hold
Did
it!
I not press this one? Oh no, I did.
No, we did this one.
Hamlet indeed.
Hamlet indeed.
Wages. Now let's see what they say, see if it gives me a hint. Seems as if it has nothing to do with Mr. Natsume.
2 cases are linked.
There must be something to it. But what?
I guess we should go through the court record again.
Yeah. Secondhand book receipts.
This doesn't
Why do
help
we have
us.
this?
We found it. It proved that Natsume was in the room.
Oh, right. Because his books were there. Nothing.
I guess we could present that and ask if it looks like the key. I don't know how paper would work as a key though.
Yeah. Poison. Oops, container for poison. 1:30 a.m. Nothing.
Unless we could somehow use this
Aha!
now. Ah, a hole on the bottom of the box.
Oh, what's...
There's a hole. There's a hole. There's a hole in the bottom of the box. We just didn't see this
So-
the first time around.
So that might be... Maybe he was using coins made of soap or something. Or something that melts, and then that's
Something
what was
that melts?
That's what the hole...
Because there was a
at the bottom.
puddle on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you spotted something, Mr. Naruto?
Just here. There's a little hole. Do you see?
Goodness, you're right. I wouldn't have noticed.
Not a very neat hole, is it? Not professionally made, I'd say. How did the inspectors not see this?
I guess they just saw it and thought, well, a coin can't fit through there, so...
Yeah.
It's definitely made of something that melts. I just don't know
Yeah.
what the reddish disc of melting shit would have been made out of.
Yeah.
It was pure mercury! I spent hundreds of dollars on mercury to avoid paying my gas bill.
Genius.
So, you think it may have been opened by Mr. Shamspeare?
Possibly. It seems the people at Altamont Gas must have missed it.
Yeah, well, we also missed it, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like, you rotated this whole bitch around and we didn't see shit. My mom's not a puddle on the floor!
Damn.
You take that back!
How dare you?
Well, it certainly seems to go all the way through to the inside.
Yes, but there's no way a coin would fit through there.
That's true, but even so, it seems more than a little suspicious.
The details of the gas meter have been updated in the court record. There's a very...
Okay, so now we can present this to something, they said. Be like, what about this hole? Probably.
Didn't have a single coin in it. Meter doesn't appear to have been tampered with.
Aha, but
It-
this hole.
It sure did. It sure has been, though.
Objection!
Lady Altamont, I'm afraid to say that this meter clearly does show signs of having been tampered with. What? Get away! I've been over and over that thing. I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with it. In that case, what do you have to say about the small hole that's been made at the base of the coin box? Hole? What? You're right. You're quite right. There's a little hole there. The meters aren't supposed to have that. None of the others do. In other words, we can assume that Mr. Shamspeare secretly opened up this hole himself. Yes, I wouldn't be at all surprised, but why? Yeah, why? I mean, it's tiny. You couldn't get a farthing through that. A farthing is a kind of coin. I know that one. Lady Altamont, I wonder if you could give the court some more details about your meter design. What sort of details? Well, what I'd specifically like to know is how it differentiates coins. That seems important. How does the meter tell the difference between different coins? What do you mean? Well, for example, if someone were to put it in one penny coin, that wouldn't work presumably, would it? No, of course not. So, well, how does the meter know what the coin it's been fed is a threepenny bit? Ah, I see what you're getting at now. The meter tells coins apart by their shape and size, which includes their thickness. A threepenny bit is about 3/4 of an inch thick in diameter, you'll see. Other coins just won't fit. Ah, I see. It's clearly been very well thought out.
Witness will amend the formal testimony with that information in case it is pertinent.
As you wish,
My mom
lord.
doesn't have a small hole. Why are you saying this, Molokai?
It's so
I
mean.
agreed with you about the bee lady.
Nothing else will fit.
Molokai has turned on us, Steven.
I guess
The
we-
West has
right,
fallen.
Not using weight, fucking amateur hour for here. Damn.
Yeah, they really should use like a tension spring.
Yeah.
Hold it!
Hold it. A new thing to press. But conversely, then, it would seem that anything matching a 3-pence coin exactly in terms of diameter and thickness could equally well be used. Would, that be true? Well, yes, in a way. The weight comes into it to a certain extent as well. We thought of that, though, anyway. If I find any fake coins inside the box when I open the meter, the contract says the customer has to pay 100 times the amount they diddled as a fine. They diddled? We live for moments like that, as guessmen do. Live for them. Ha ha ha.
Diddled.
Diddled, huh?
It will seem the gas company has thought of everything.
Wahoo! Hurrah for gas! Hurrah for cash! Ultimate all the way! That's quite enough of
That's
that.
enough.
Remind me, how big are threepenny bits? About 3/4 of an inch across.
About the size of the hole
About
in
the
the
size
soap.
of the hole in the soap.
What do you think, Mr. Naruto? Oh, he was putting them outside to get them cold.
Ah, so he was solidifying something that would then melt in the heat.
Honestly, it might be mercury. I said that as a joke. But like, if he cut a hole in the soap and then poured liquid mercury in it, and then put it outside to chill, and then brought it in, shove it into the box, and then put something underneath the box to
To
catch the
collect.
mercury,
Yeah,
that would kind of be workable.
that would work.
It's something like that. It's not water, clearly, because
No, that would be
it was
insane.
red. But it's some sort of like liquid
Yeah.
that could be frozen into a reasonable thingy.
yeah, like,
Majiki.
he must
What I
have-
don't know is why he poisoned himself.
Yeah, it's not clear.
Did he poison himself? Did he drink the mercury? Does mercury poisoning look like strychnine?
I don't know.
Hold on, look at mercury poisoning. Well, this is saying that help is available.
Thanks. It's good to know that if I do get mercury poisoned, I can look into that without just having to give up.
Well, we'll figure it out. But it's something like that. We know what his scheme was, at least.
And no, it's not a bad
What do
one.
you-
It's just super easy to get caught when there's a guy that comes by every day to inspect your thing. Or
What do
every
you think,
3 days,
Mr.
I guess.
Naruto? Is this 2 centimeters measurement significant? Or perhaps there's some other aspect of the meter's construction that we should be focusing on.
Yes, you may be right. Perhaps I should try a different tack here. Like asking about whether the meter can be dismantled, for example. Nah, I think the measurement is actually the important part.
I think it's a measurement.
Let's return to the testimony.
Of course, my lord. As I was saying, ultimate meters are unsurpassed. They can't be manipulated. Else will fit. Does this say... Can we look at it further? Can we inspect it now that we know the measurement? Oh, look at this bar of
Ah, yes.
There's a circular
Uh-huh.
impression on this side, about 2 centimeters
Yep,
across. in
this is
fact.
it. Because the thing was going, or 3/4 of an inch. Ah, do you think?
I did find this soap at the scene.
No, I
didn't
don't.
we? I've never thought in my life.
Yes, there were 2 bars on that little ledge just outside the window. So we took this one. So why was he eating that one soap bar?
Unclear.
I don't understand.
Yes,
But
presumably
I'm
the
sure
other
that
soap bar would have had one of these on it too, unless he was trying to. But that if he was trying to get rid of evidence, why would he leave the other two on the window?
I don't know. I haven't figured this fully out yet. But I'm sure that when we first found it, there was some sort of reddish medallion in the middle there. I remember it clearly.
Yes, but there's no sign of it now. Where could it have gone?
You tell me we didn't find melted goo in our pocket?
Ah,
Or
guess
wherever
not.
we keep this thing?
Objection!
Unclear. Let me just confirm something here. If the diameter and thickness were to be correct, the meter would accept any object as if it were a threepenny bit. Is that correct? Sorry, I can't help but say threepenny that way. Yes, that is correct. Well, by something of a coincidence, while we were investigating in Mr. Shamspeare's room, we found a particular item that matches the dimensions perfectly. Something the same size as a threepenny bit? What was it? The item in question is this. What? Have you been inhaling gas? That's a bar of soap. It certainly looks nothing like a threepenny bit, I must say. It looks like I'm going to have to point out exactly what I mean here. the bar of soap, was that not clear? The important part is the bottom of the soap, where the hole is. The hole.
Got it!
Soap hole. You have to turn over the soap to see what I mean. Ah! Are you referring to that round depression in the middle of the soap there? That's right. A depression that's approximately 3/4 of an inch in diameter. Or in other words, almost exactly the same size as a threepenny bit. Get away!
Got anyone here present have in their possession a threepenny bit? Quickly now, hand over your coins, ladies and gentlemen.
Me when I'm a judge and I'm robbing people. Oh, hey, Susanna, you gotta stop doing that, gal. She steals my shit, dude. She keeps doing it.
Like every time.
It's crazy. It sounds rather like a highway robbery, doesn't it?
Thanks to a kind member of the public in the gallery, I have here a threepenny bit. Now to see if it fits.
There's the fucking little with the fucking dumbass little JPEG in the
My word, it couldn't be more snug.
Yes, as I suspected. This, without a doubt, is a vital clue to explain how the Altamont Gas Company is being defrauded. Well, I don't believe it.
Oh damn, the bomb part of her dress is very B, huh?
Yeah.
So, your assertion amounts to what? That some inferior bar of soap has a tentative connection to the theft of gas?
Yes! Yes, it does. The depression in the soap was clearly made by a threepenny bit.
I must concur, at least, that pushing the coin in with some force into a poor quality bar of soap such as this is a remarkably simple way of replicating the coin shape.
And then you could use, well, some melted wax or something to pour into the mold. You can make fake coins in no time. This brings all the pieces of the puzzle together. It's the method Mr. Shamspeare has been using to steal the gas. That's the missing link. And now if I follow the chain of thought, it's going to bring me to a new explanation for what happened that nobody's considered yet. But this is all nonsense. If the man had been making fake coins, my worker here would have found them when he emptied the meter.
Now they melted.
None of them.
Quite true, Lady Altamont. In the absence of some black magic that could make them disappear.
Oh, he's doing the pose. Oh, look at him. Look at his dumb little face. I see. That's what we're dealing with, is it? There is one form of black magic that could cause the fake coins to disappear into thin air, yes.
Exactly. And the meter here gives it away.
I like it that when Van Zeeks realizes the truth, he's
Right,
like,
he's so mad
damn.
about it.
he's so pissed, but immediately he's like, ah, I see. Like, he gets it immediately and goes, damn. Like,
Damn it.
he's like, shit.
What on earth? There are remnants of the magical method used visible on the gas meter taken from the victim's room.
Grab those serfs from council. The defense will identify those remnants for the court at once.
The hole, I assume.
The hole.
The hole. They're on.
The hole.
The hole.
Got it!
I've got it. We found this bar of soap at the scene of the crime, just outside the victim's window. Outside? Yes, outside, where you yourself, Mr. Meterman, were loitering in the freezing winter air. That's where we found this soap. Ah! I get it! That's right, the answer, of course, is ice. It literally was just water?
It was just water? Why was it red?
Good
Or is this like
question.
a fake out thing where they're gonna be like, oh no, ice wouldn't have
Was
worked
it-
because him and
Was it tea?
did he freeze the tea? Why would he freeze tea?
Why was
Because
it-
the pump was frozen.
Oh, the water pump was... There was no
The
water.
water pump was frozen.
Oh.
We forgot about the water pump. Now I don't know why he wouldn't have just melted snow in his teacup, but whatever.
Well, whatever.
That's why he didn't drink the tea for so long. I still don't know what the poisoning comes into play, but that's why he was saving the tea so that he could pour it into the bars of soap.
To freeze.
That
to
was
be able to
tea
use
on the
his
floor.
pump.
We should have licked the floor and it would have told us immediately.
A real detective would have licked the floor.
Herlock Sholmes would have licked the floor had we let him. Yeah. I was wondering when that frozen well pump was gonna fucking come back up.
I'd forgotten about it entirely.
It's been bothering me. You see these things. I hope that this is right and I'm not just going insane.
No, I think you're on the right track.
Did you say ice?
Mr. Shamspeare has been leaving soaps like this outside his window each evening, filled with water. After a night outside in the bitter cold, the water is completely frozen solid the next morning.
Then he takes his fake coins of ice and feeds them into the gas meter, giving him light and warmth and spades. As his room becomes very comfortably warm, the ice now inside the meter's coin box melts.
Turning back into water and draining harmlessly away through the small hole made in the underside of the meter. That is how, without leaving any evidence of his wrongdoing, this man has been stealing Altamont gas. Just like that. So simply. Is he trying to make us look like idiots? He's been fooling us all with some bars of soap and some water.
And a hole.
And a hole. That's
And a
right,
hole.
madam. I
Otherwise
don't
it'd be
believe
full of
it.
water.
It can't be true. Do you have any idea how much money we spent to develop that new meter? And now you have the audacity to suggest that a bit of soap and some water can render it totally useless? I'm fairly sure I didn't design it. Evidence? Sorry? I want evidence. If you're going to stand there and tell me our meters are rubbish, I want to see proof.
She's very good at enforcing accountability, isn't she? Oh, look at Susanna's little eyes.
Very well, Lady Altamont. If you'd like evidence, I'll provide it. What?
I would now is now when we show the puddle of water on the floor.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, T. Mr. Naruto, are you saying you do actually have evidence to support this theory?
I did
You're not
notice a
bullshitting
trace
me,
of
are you?
something that bothered me a little at the time.
It bothered me. These things. You see, my wife drinks tea,
She spills it on the floor all the time.
and I lap it up because I am a little dog, a little puppy.
I have a feeling this theory we've come up with now could explain it. The piece of evidence that substantiates the theory about how Mr. Shamspeare has been stealing gas is...
Ogre My Columbo AU, where he is off screen really freaky with his wife, and he brings it up too much. That's the only difference. Otherwise, it's the same.
Exactly the same, yeah. This is a photograph
Exactly
of the
the same.
scene at the point when the victim was discovered, taken by Inspector Gregson. And it clearly
You see
shows
that-
the remnants of the crime carried
Yeah.
out by Mr. Shamspeare.
You see that pee puddle on the floor?
You might think it's piss, because there's no toilet in this room. Looks really scary in that pose. Here you can see the gas meter on the wall
Yeah, I
of
know,
Mr.
right?
Shamspeare's room. Now look closely at the floorboards directly underneath the meter.
Boop.
What is that? Some kind of grubby stain? Oh, most certainly. It's a water stain resulting from the liquid that drained out of the hole made in the meter. Ah! If one coin gives around 2 hours of gas usage and the occupant was heating his room in all his waking hours...
That's why he had 3
3
bars of soap.
We can imagine he would have used around 10 of his fake coins each day. The melting ice inside the meter's coin box would have been dripping out almost constantly, leaving a stain on the floor. This is awful. And there's
Yeah, he really should
further
put a
evidence,
bucket
too.
down.
Mr. Shamspeare slumped over his table, apparently having consumed strychnine. And right there next to him is a bar of soap, broken in half. You're right.
It would appear to me then, Counsel, the man was eating the soap, was he?
Does he just have to break the soap to get the coin out?
I guess.
And then sort of mash it back together?
I
I guess that's what they're going for? Pardon me for disagreeing with your lordship, but... certainly not. He didn't beat around the bush there, did he?
In truth, Mr. Shamspeare was found with a fork in his hand.
Real soap is sounding increasingly likely.
You mean to say he was using that fork to... Yes.
Pry out the
To
coin?
extract a frozen coin from the bar of soap.
I'm surprised you went with mercury before tea. I didn't assume that a thing of ice would work for some reason, alright?
Yeah, was
I guess that's on me.
It'll melt too quickly, was my thought.
And also...
But also, if the room is cold, I guess it wouldn't.
Listen, I got to tea pretty quickly, okay? Okay?
I think I'm the one that said
Mulligan?
tea, to be fair.
Okay? Okay? Yeah, but I remembered the frozen well pump.
You did.
You just said tea because it was red. You're stupid.
You got me there, I guess, man.
Ah!
I forgot that was me.
But the bar broke in half. So perhaps it didn't go very well.
Good gracious!
Why?
But I genuinely thought they were going to be like, oh no, like ice wouldn't work because it would like break before going through the coin feeder or something like that.
Lord Van Zee.
I genuinely thought that's what they were going to go for. I was throwing my hand up in despair and happened to catch my hollowed bottle on the way. Pray forgive my maladroit mistake.
I don't think I will. I think you did that on
What is the
purpose.
meaning of this, Counsel?
Allow me to pose my learned friend a question. What exactly did you establish with your most recent cross-examination?
Well...
That Mr. William Shamspeare is a liar and a thief. In other words, that his testimony is unreliable.
That's it. That's exactly it.
Very well. Let us assume the man is a liar. Now allow me to pose another question. What possible difference does that make?
Well...
We know that suicide can be discounted. Scotland Yard's investigation revealed no signs of another vessel that contained the poison. And on the night in question, there were no visitors to the room except the accused. The young gasman's testimony, which we have no reason to doubt,
Your mom is unreliable.
has confirmed that. Mulligan! What are you doing, man? Why are you doing this to me?
You could take it back by just going muscle man on him. You know who else is unreliable?
My mom!
I don't know if that works
You
for
just
me.
you just take the power away by saying it yourself. You reclaim
Rings.
your mom.
It rings hollow, doesn't it?
A little bit.
A little bit. So I was double checking if strychnine can be found in soap. Because, like, maybe he drank some of the tea after making coins out of it? For some reason,
I don't know.
like an insane person. Furthermore, the only possible way that poison could have entered the victim's body, is via the tea. The court has seen no evidence whatsoever that suggests otherwise. Even if William Shamspeare is the liar you claim him to be, these facts have been objectively established. There's no escaping.
I hate it when he has a point. Ah!
Therefore, in light of these facts, the prosecution calls for immediate adjudication.
You... What?
Ooh, what a dramatic moment.
Well, counsel, how does the defense respond?
Mr. Naruhodo.
It's always fun when you're doing an Ace Attorney case, you solve a bunch of stuff, and it's like, aha, yes, and then the prosecution immediately goes, none of that matters.
Who cares? Who asked?
What was the point of that last cross-examination? Did it actually get us anywhere? Or did it make no difference at all, like Lord Van Zeeks is saying?
Raise an
Wait
objection.
and see. I always like the wait and see option because it never means anything. It's always like, and then you lost. No, this isn't over. The defense will not rest.
What?
But counsel, you successfully explained everything. You identified and substantiated the unscrupulous method employed by Mr. Shamspeare to consume gas. What more is there to discuss?
Lord Van Zeeks just highlighted 3 facts in order to make his point. But contrary to what we would have the court believe, not all of them have been objectively established at all.
What are you trying to say, my Nepalese friend?
At least one of those so-called facts is an assumption made due to lack of evidence.
Oh!
Ugh.
The little threatening symbols appear.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Menacing. But the situation has changed now following the cross-examination of the latest witness to take the stand.
Don't be absurd. What is this nonsense?
Yes, when you bring everything we've learned so far together and consider it as a whole, it's clear. There's a question that we now need to reconsider. Namely, was the poison in the tea, I assume?
Well, was the
Right?
poison in the tea? Yeah, I mean, what else could it be?
We still don't know where the poison was. We've just been assuming that's the only thing it can be. We've all been led to believe that the strychnine poison that afflicted Mr. Shamspeare was in the tea brought to him by Mr. Natsume. But that's conjecture at best.
Objection!
There was no tea to test. The victim has testified that nothing else passed his lips that night. There is no other possibility. And since there was no trace of the tea left at the scene, it couldn't be tested for traces of the poison.
Objection!
Exactly.
As I said, the situation has changed. Because, in fact, some of Mr. Natsume's tea was left at the scene. And a particular piece of evidence proves
Objection!
A ludicrous claim. I licked the floor.
it. There was
Scotland Yard.
It was piss.
It was piss. I know the taste well. The tang. Scotland Yard detectives
The bouquet.
investigated. The bouquet. I poured it into my hollowed chalice. What evidence are you suggesting they missed?
The defense has made a bold claim indeed. Very well, counsel. Present your proof. What evidence from the scene of the crime can tell us more about the nature of the defendant's tea?
Is it the picture again?
I assume. Because it's on the... It's asking us to make a couple of leaps here, but... Otherwise it's the cups, because there's a tea ring, but no... We'll try, I think it's the photo, because it's the...
Let's try the
on
photo.
ground, yeah. Like, we've figured that out.
Oh, nope.
Well, maybe okay, so maybe it is the cups, I guess.
Let's try the cups. Then you'll be thinking for a long time indeed, my love, in this.
Oh.
The bottom of the deepest chasm. You'll find no sense. That absurd assertion. We got like 4 more tries. There's only 3 things it could have been. Now we have 2 left. Let's try the teacups.
I think, yeah, the cups, because there's tea in the teacup.
Take that!
Huh? No?
Nope.
Okay.
Was it it was the soap then?
Because, like, if it's the
The
it's asking us
soap
to make
itself.
it must be the soap.
It must be the soap.
Take that!
Oh.
Good
okay.
gracious!
It is the soap, okay.
I was like, it's either the soap or the teacup for some
Yeah.
reason, or the photograph for some reason. And I don't know which one of them.
Hey, Minx, thanks for the raid. We're wrapping up here soon, but hi, everybody. I'm Supes. I'm arrived.
We're 5 minutes over.
Yeah, I'm waiting
I'm
for a
not
good point
getting
to
overtime.
stop. But yeah, hey,
You don't want to
everybody.
stop mid-bar of soap convo?
Not really. Variety
The
streamer,
soap
do a lot of
again?
mystery games, JRPGs, and stuff. Hi.
Are you done shilling?
Yes. For now.
The soap again! The same bar the victim used to fashion his coins of ice?
Yes, that's right, my lord. It's just come back to me. Something about when we first found this bar of soap at the scene yesterday.
If you had read, it's more bars of soap.
So, what are bars of soap doing lined up on a ledge outside the window? I'm quite certain that when we originally stumbled upon the bars of soap, there was actually a frozen coin in each bar.
So you discovered the gas thief's coin factory. Fascinating.
Alright. In a way, yes, but there's more.
But
The
wait,
coins we found in the soap at the time weren't normal ice.
There was something strange about them, you mean?
Exactly. Something very obviously strange. They were red.
the ice was red? No, you mean...
That's right. It's obvious to me now. The fake coins in the soap were made from frozen tea. What?
The pump was frozen.
I would remind the court of a statement made by Mr. Natsume earlier in this trial.
It almost seemed not important at all at the time. That evening, yes. I did take some freshly brewed tea with me when I visited Mr. Shamspeare's room as a gift. The public water pump outside always freezes at night, so I bought bottled water especially to make it. And this is the result. Never will I touch tea again. Never.
Yes, I believe.
Ah, yes.
What the fuck? Why did it start doing this with my
It
regular
did.
voice? What?
You didn't even do a voice. Normally you at least steal the voice I'm doing.
Yeah, that was weird.
Strange.
Don't know why I did that. That was wild.
Ah, yes.
Ah, yes, I believe there had been a snowfall that day. It was particularly cold. Sadly, on such occasions, the poorly constructed water mains of the East End are prone to freezing.
So on the night in question, Mr. Shamspeare, having no running water to use, was forced to use the tea brought by Mr. Natsume in order to make his fake coins.
My word!
There were 2 bars of soap on the window ledge when my judicial assistant and I investigated the scene.
That's right. And we only borrowed one of them.
Which means that even as we speak, some of the defendant's tea is still present at the scene of the crime, frozen solid in a bar of soap outside Mr. Shamspeare's window.
Extraordinary!
Earlier today, Inspector Gregson informed the court that even if 1 drop of the tea remains, Scotland Yard would be able to analyze it for poison. As such, we are now in a position to prove or disprove what has until now been mere conjecture. By finding out for sure whether or not Mr. Natsume's tea actually contained strychnine at all.
Ugh, you smug Nipponese.
My lord, we cannot do the defendant the injustice of passing judgment now. The police should be dispatched to recover the remaining bar of soap from the scene at once. And the defense requests a thorough analysis of the frozen tea embedded in it, to determine whether or not it contains any poison.
Ryunosuke ends up mysteriously stabbed.
Bailiff! Bailiff! Instruct the police to attend the scene at once!
Yes, my lord, understood. I forgot I usually do that. All right, that's a
I was like,
that's a good place,
you always
Zenny.
do that.
I think that's a good
You always
place.
do the bailiffs.
I think that's a good stopping place. We can find out what happens with that next time. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for the raid. And we'll see you tomorrow for... I haven't made a schedule. Probably Paper Mario. Swissy's not around currently, so probably Paper Mario. All right, have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.